Very good comeback over Shakira, and he's been able to do exactly what you've asked for. Follow up each delivery. Thus far, just 2 runs from the over. He can't wipe away his first 4, but his 5th right now is a solid one up right now. Thus far, just 2 runs from the over. Ends it on a good note. Just 1 to complete it. 3 runs from it. 1-5-4 for 5. The last 8 balls from Brian have been fantastic. Similar to a few deliveries here that we see from Raheem Cornwall. He started his slide, picked up 4 the first of them. Mackenzie, and then from there, it was problems. The Scorpions, and you look at just how he comes in, you think maybe he's not putting much behind it, but yeah, it doesn't matter. He picks up wickets. Raheem Cornwall, as easy as that. Clipped into space. Good connection off the bat and his first boundary, Cornwall.
It was so easy when Raheem Cornwall hits it. It's all about the timing here, timing and placement. He does well to keep his balance, not to fall over and flick it into that fielder's hand at sharp mid-wicket. Fits the gap to perfection. No chance for the fielder running around front long on. Ball has been racing to the boundary today.
Just missing the length on this occasion, Brian. Hit that Yorker length consistently in the previous over, and at the start of this one as well, but yeah, just a bit too full there. Low full toss to Raheem Cornwall.
Thinking about the number of boundaries we've seen today. 22 maximums in one day, 132 runs scored in maximums. And many boundaries to go with that. My concern as a bowler is the amount of boundary deliveries these bowlers have delivered.
We're going to have to add one more to the boundary count. 4 plus 2, that is 6 for Cornwall.
Yeah, make that 23 maximums today already. 8 in this Hurricanes innings. Yeah, Raheem Cornwall. Just a flick off the pads. Just look at the way it soars beyond the boundary. Oh, this is a man in form.
Yeah, could we be for something known as the rack attack tonight? He's destructive if and when he gets going. Oh, this could spell the end. This could be the end of the rack attack. It was bubbled, it was fumbled, but it was accepted in the end. Captain takes captain. And for a moment you just wondered if he might have put that down, but no. Cornwall has got to head back. Checking that front foot. Oh, that is close as it can get, but I am saying it is touchdown. Good. Oh, Brian, what did you nearly do there? Well, you flirted with danger, but in the end, danger was on your side. Confirmed as a fair delivery. We've already seen the catch. He went sky high, and at some stage it had to come down. John Campbell settled under it nicely. You thought, okay, he would accept it. He said, no, I need another chance. Right hand, where are you? Thank you very much. What a sigh of relief that must be. It could have been a night where Cornwall repeated that 83 instead. No, 14 from 8. It's 177 for 6. Hayden Walsh, the leg spinner, is at the crease, but he's come now as a batter. 177 for 6, still needing a further 176 runs. The Hurricanes, their run rate has never been the issue in this innings. It's simply been that wickets column. Trying that hand, Brian. He's picked up his first. Final ball of his over. Off the mark with that one. Brings us to the end of 24. 178 for 6. Sigh of relief for John Campbell after hanging on to this skyer, Raheem Cornwall, on the back of what was a 4 and then a 6. Yeah, instantly knew that he made a mistake in terms of the connection. And a mistake in terms of the connection as well for John Campbell. That right hand saved him in the end, and Brian picks up his first. It was expensive in his first 4. Came back well in his last 2. Yeah, Shakira will be proud of that effort from Brian.
Scorpions there you see at 24 overs, 138 for 7. But this is around the time where the Javel Glenn and Javier Royal show began. Hurricanes will need something similar, if not better, to get to that target. Yeah, so proud of the fact that Brian was able to hold his composure. Remember, he was struck for a 4 and then a 6 before that delivery. Did look like a change of pace, perhaps. Raheem Cornwall out Fox and into the shot way too early to the bottom of the bat. Then taken by John Campbell.
The caster wins back to the partnership that you would have mentioned. The key features of it was there was an anchor, someone who soaked up that pressure. There was someone, oh wow, if Barnes had taken that, I was running downstairs myself and shaking his hand. That would have been spectacular.
Yeah, I wonder if you're just saying that because he didn't actually take it. Yeah, but that would have been spectacular from Brad Barnes.
It was a good thing he didn't take it then, because there's a lot of walk to get from where we are out to the middle and then back up here to commentate again. Good effort though, Barnes. Good effort. As I was mentioning, you know, that key part of that partnership that they had, the Scorpions. The roles and the understanding of the roles as well. Because Javel Glenn is a power hitter in his own right. I talked about the fact that he's played CPL a couple years as well. Yeah, uppish on that occasion, but not carrying to a point.
Get him down, you want?
So in my mind, Glenn at some stage wanted to go as well, so he had to restrain himself. And that's also probably what made the innings even better in my eyes. The fact that it was controlled by him, didn't allow himself to go back to what probably is his modus operandi in terms of just hitting everything to all parts of the park. So he played his role and acted as the foundational person in that partnership well. Javier Royal hit everybody and calculated as well in terms of how he hit them as well. And then when Royal left, then we saw the Glenn show, then we saw him go to gear 2. Then we saw him get closer to what we know he can do. Can somebody think about doing something similar here?
Get him!
Yeah, you're right. Use that word calculated. It was very well calculated. And he did show his ability to hit boundaries. Struck 68 of the last 28 deliveries. But more impressively, he showed great maturity in that innings, Javel Glenn. And that's the reason it meant so much to him. 180 for 6 at the halfway stage.
Big part of this period of play is can they extend that worm in similar fashion to the Scorpions without the loss of another wicket. Brian, I mentioned, was expensive in his first 4, struggled to find consistent lines and lengths. In his last 12 balls, he's come with a clear plan, Brian, and reaped the reward for it. His figures will not tell you the full story, and unfortunately that's why occasionally I say that stats lie. Because yes, they paint a true picture, but they also lie occasionally. able to bowl previous to this, minus that 4 and 6 obviously, but in the end you would say he's earned this by the manner in which he was bowling. For a moment he thought, I will not get what I deserved. That occasionally is life, but he ended up with it, Brian. This is what I'm talking about here, Shakira, and this is why I say he's earned that wicket, Brian, and this is why I'm saying his figures at the moment will tell you that maybe he's been expensive, but they won't tell you about his last 15 deliveries.
Yeah, look, they do tell you that he was expensive for a few overs. His first over cost him 19 runs. Ran into Kofi James, who came out full of intent. Didn't find the right line from that southern end. Since he's come to this northern end, and as we are about to say that, he struck for a boundary, 2 straight again, this time to the left-handed Walsh. Walsh gets his first boundary.
This is where I say you're only human. You're only human, and I mentioned the fact that he's come out well, he's been hitting good areas, but just string here onto the pads of Walsh and help down the leg side. Of course, that man in the circle at fine leg. So any bat on that, any air on that would have taken it to the boundary. But still looking at the over, he's bowled 4 balls, just gone for the 5. Can he come and close it out here? He's got 2 deliveries left to come good on the praises that I'm keeping on to him. And that is fine.
The boundary before just takes me back to those boundary deliveries I was talking about. Too many boundary deliveries today. The surface is so good. You have to be better at your execution. For Royal, he did have that boot behind his hands, second line of defense that occasion. Some 48 boundaries, 23 maximums. Way too much, in my opinion.
Perfect. This is what I'm talking about. The comeback of Brad Barnes. Or rather, Brian, sorry. 26 gone, 186 for 6.
With the 166 required in this chase, will be a difficult ask. Of course, we last saw the dismissal of Kim Cornwall, the captain, gone for 14 from 8. Left up to these two, and more so Jamah Milton. It's a vicious swing from the right-hander. Gets himself 6, and that will add to this run chase. Evening, Keswick Williams.
Good afternoon to you, DG. It's the second time I'm sitting in this chair and I'm welcome with a lovely 6. You don't know what happened earlier, hope you. The commentator cursed, don't. Been flying, but it was a good shot from Hamilton. It was short. He made a short line as well. Don't need to get under it. He's under it already.
Yeah, we saw a change in strategic approach from Barnes. He was outside the off stump. Jamah Milton was scoring primarily through the offside, and he came straight and basically allowed Jamah Milton to score in the areas that he wanted with a packed leg side field.
Get him!
Single taken. Go for a second. And it's a risky second, so an eventful delivery. Opportunities all around for runs, for a wicket.
Get him!
A lot of excitement in that delivery, DJ. Still in another. It's a bit of indecision as well. Hayden Walsh running for all his life there. Looking towards the commentary bit while he's running. We didn't have the ball, Hayden.
The onside. A bit surprised that Jamal Milton hasn't used his feet. Brad Barnes, of course, him as a right-hander having more of a favourable matchup than right-arm off-spin. It's low risk for him to chip into the line of the ball, and maybe if it's there in that hitting zone, has a chance of going big. He's been contented to just use the crease laterally, find the gap offside, and then work the ball through the onside. Maybe cash in on anything short. Striking at 123 at the moment, Jamal Milton.
Speaking of cashing in, someone like a Hayden Walsh usually scores fast, likes to feel bat on ball. He's one of those guys that will use the crease. This is reverse sweep, it's conventional sweep, and use his feet as well. Saw how he played last year, came in this year with the same intent to perform.
Ball him!
Slow enough of the pace on that occasion from Barnes, producing a dot delivery, 196 for 6. Run rate over 7 for the Hurricanes. Required rate dipping under 7, so you can say the intent ever present in this run chase. We keep our eyes on John Campbell and the way he rotates his bowlers. Second spell for Jimmer Royal, bowled 6 in that first spell when he opened alongside Mindley.
Speaking about using his feet, mentioned that Walsh is one of those players. Use his feet, use a crease. Conventional sweep, reverse sweep. He's a really good player for leewards. Some really good innings last year for them. He's really up there in terms of all-round performance. Yeah, carrier. Full, not the delivery you want to bowl to Hamilton at this point in time. Brings up the 200. Really good shot. Really nothing delivery from Royal.
Don't see this Royal full toss down the leg side, so hit me where you like type of delivery. It's asking a question as to whether that was above the waist height. Just 41 deliveries used for that 450. As the Hurricanes, they go past the 200 marker. We often mention the due factor here at the Brown Lara Cricket Academy. Umpires, their push to changing the ball. That's exactly what's unfolding at Henry. Then it was Hughes. Again dismissed by a left arm spinning from the ball. Chopped on. Andrew, after looking so good for his 40, played the reverse sweep for the wrong delivery, didn't make contact. Just when Kofi James was looking like he was going to get three figures, he departed soon after. The skipper, Cornwall. The other thing to take notice of with John Campbell and his use of his bowlers is the fact that once more he's focused on the usage of only 5 bowlers. Only once in this tournament he's used 6. So he's, generally speaking, trusted his 5 frontline bowlers more often than not. And he's gotten good rewards, Kesrick, because on 4 occasions he's bowled the opposition out in this competition. So he doesn't have to search elsewhere for wickets and for his team doing the job with the ball to a 4 for 6. Always mentioned that sometimes as a captain, when you're spoiled for choices, it could get you in a tangle. You might feel obligated to giving a bowler an opportunity as against selecting the right bowler for the situation.
You're right there, DJ. The only bowler missed there is really Udeen Smith. You're right there, DJ. The only bowler missing there is Udeen Smith. Now in Abu Dhabi. 10. So good work from the bowlers here from Jamaica. A lot of improvement from last year's tournament.
Straight and struck well. Flies all the way for 6. Good use of the feed from Hayden Walsh Jr.
Really good shot, good connection. Straight onto the City United billboard. But we mentioned that he uses feet well, and he's showing that class. You can see the focus in his eyes saying watch.
Stay with that conversation of Campbell's use of just 5 bowlers. It's a double-edged sword. Kesrick. As he's gained success with 5 bowlers, generally speaking, at times in a list A game, you might need a 6th bowler. 1 or 2 of your bowlers might be off on a particular day or night. You need to have someone to fill that gap. For him, hasn't had to do that often in this tournament. But you want that buffer as a captain, especially in a semi-final match like this. I guess for the Scorpions, he's in a situation where he has the luxury of added runs. A score of 352 gives his team a buffer for any sort of errors. So good, Brian, inexpensive in his first spell, so he could afford to bring him back.
I think it also speaks volume for his bowlers, and when you look at things from a captain perspective, because if you don't have to really look to a 6th bowler, you have to be wise enough to know when to bring back one, when to rest one, change these 5 bowlers and do it wisely.
You're putting responsibility onto your bowlers to complete the job time and time again. 9 from the over to 13 for 6. That yellow worm still ahead of the green. Can the Hurricanes sustain for further 21 overs? Definitely not impossible, so this could come down to being very close. We've seen some very unusual things in this match, Kesrick, when you felt that the Scorpions would be bowled out after they won 38 for 7. They scored the highest score in List A cricket at this venue. So a lot of extremes we've witnessed thus far. So Rakeem Cornwall with a triple wicket maiden, and then he conceded, I think it was 17 or 18 in the over thereafter.
I think that was the over that gave them the momentum. Skip on the screen there, Rakeem Cornwall. I think that over was a little bit too floaty after the second 6 from this man on screen here, Jared Royal. Good shot. Really good shot from Hamilton. Someone that likes to cut the ball. Really well placed behind point there, DG.
That's a strong scoring area for Jamaica Hamilton. Again, I did speak about him standing beside the ball, opening up to hit through that offside. Went hard at it.
Definitely have a game on our hands here, DG.
Second 50 for Jamal Hamilton. Second 50 of the innings as well for the Hurricanes. Coming at an ideal time, and he's set himself maybe for greater things. Subdued the celebration because he knows they require further 134 in this run chase.
Looking at this game now, DJ. First innings on to now. Twists and turns, we must say. We're seeing a lot of mood swings, should put it that way.
Buckle up, Kesrick. You just never know where this game will end.
I want a good game. I want a good, exciting game. And I think we have it on our hands here. Side swing into Leeward's half. Back into Jamaica, back into Leeward's. It's equal presently. I just think I would like to see a bit more energy from Jamaica in the field with the ball in hand. At this present moment, it looks like they're going through the motion, being too relaxed, that they have enough runs on the board, but it's never enough unless you win the game. It's never over until the fat lady sings.
The over's gone, 220 for 6. There's a stat for you. Most runs added after the fall of the 7th wicket. Of course, a team in Pakistan, WAPTA, Water and Power Development Authority, leading the list of teams.
Guessing in Trinidad that would be Wasi team, DG.
With local knowledge, Kesrick.
Not fear a bit about Trinidad. I've been here a while. I want to find out to play for the team now, DG. Need to do some research.
It's a rare phenomenon, I tell you that. You don't often see this type of list day game where the pendulum has swung
Catch him, Jackie.
very often from one team to the other in terms of balance of power. Yeah, this match featuring on that list, Jamaica. Most runs added after the fall of the 7th.
Stop out tapping. Patch trading.
Partnership approaching 15, 47 at the moment. Balls which are runnable 22. So the Hurricanes showing great character and fight in this chase.
Catch him.
Just past the fielder. Will trickle into the boundary line. So 50 partnership now for these two. A fine stroke by Hamilton. Once more through offside. Good opening of the blade to find the gap.
Just in front of point. Just passing the man there. In position. Carlos Brown. Just sheer timing from Hamilton. His partnership is growing nicely. Take a close look into his partnership because it's getting really serious energy. Checking. Speaking of partnerships, these guys are building nicely, but not to finish. 226. So take a Blue Waters drink strategy.
Coming to the end of this Blue Waters drinks break. We'll take your minds to the West Indies men's international team. Of course, the West Indies definitely home for Christmas with their Bangladesh tour of the West Indies. Of course, that first test match to be played in Antigua starting tomorrow. Second test match scheduled for Jamaica starting on the 30th of November, to be followed by 3 one-day internationals. Those will be played in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Then, to close the tour, 3 T20 internationals in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, home of Kesrick Williams. Back here at the Bralar Cricket Academy, we saw a second this day half century from Jamar Hamilton. Second this season, second of the innings. He struck at a good tilt, 130 is strike rate. 5 fours, 2 sixes, and he's giving hope to his side. So we just never know where this game will end. It's been that type of list day match. Of course, semi-final 2 between the Scorpions and the Hurricanes. They're playing for the prestige of being in a Super 50 final. Winner here will meet Barbados Pride. They will go head-to-head for the title on Saturday. It'll be last year's losing finalists, the Hurricanes, or will it be the Jamaica Scorpions, turning their form around? This is where the Hurricanes are currently at, ahead in terms of the rate. Still a long way to go in this run chase. chance for these two to take a break, reflect and plan ahead. This partnership 52, few words would have been shared from the brains trust of the Hurricanes. Batting most definitely quite easy because of the dew factor, the ball sliding on nicely. Get good value for your strokes here at the Brown Lara Cricket Academy. I guess for John Campbell will be about utilizing the remaining overs from these 5 bowlers. Combination of that usage.
This is where it gets really tricky as a skipper, how to use your bowlers. We're down to the business point now. Just trying to go firmly, just one. Having a middle is back. The main man for Jamaica. Yet. Spinners.
Any advice for Mindley? He's gone wicketless thus far. His economy just over a run a ball. What would your advice be to him if you're standing in that mid-off or mid-on position?
Well, the first thing for Mindley himself, he must have some level of confidence, seeing that he's the main bowler for Jamaica. Probably being in his pocket on the right side of his shoulder. So you need to maintain that line, attack the stumps. You have some good off-base deliveries as well. You need to use them, set the field and bowl to your field. You can't really waste any deliveries present.
Very difficult, I must say, when you're starring with the ball in terms of wickets like Mindley, like Cornwall, to continue to penetrate opposition batters and opposition batting teams, because they're planning always against you, trying to diffuse your threat as a bowler, trying to counter your strengths. So in the modern game, you've got to keep reinventing yourself, coming up with different approaches to continue your success as a bowler.
Speaking of bowling, I'm pretty surprised that I haven't seen someone like Javon Glenn, who's known for his leg spin. I haven't seen him throughout the tournament because John Campbell decided to stick with his 5 bowlers. But he's one of those bowlers that I think can hold an end for you with his leg spin. Needs to maintain that line and let just outside the line of off stump or bowling on the stump. Can't straight too straight, because that would be easy for someone like Watch.
Just show it to the feeling that on position, left-handed Walsh Jr.
Exactly what I'm talking about. They can't get too straight because it's really kind of an easy piece of shot for someone like a Walsh. He likes it on his legs. So you need to attack his stump or stay just on top of off stump.
Inside edge, falling short of the wicketkeeper. End of the 32nd, 2:32 for 6.
3 runs, which is expensive. Seeing what time would they bring back someone like Sam? He's with ball now in hand. Someone next to me. Whenever I introduce him, he smiles. In 1989.
Good night, Keswick. Yes, seeing the introduction once again of peak salmon here. Yeah, it was a bit expensive, his early exchanges. Can he take something from the book of Brian and drag things back here?
Catch him!
At this point in time now, for John Campbell, I think what Salmon do with the ball going forward here will really be a decider who would come out victorious in this game. So his spell is very important.
Are you thinking more so from a wickets perspective or an economy rate perspective? Is the question I would have for that one, Kez.
Both, John. Definitely both.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this, only 5 balls used. Normally you will find Midley taking off wickets. You have no wickets tonight. Just Barnes and Royal with 2. So somebody has to pick up some wickets somewhere along the line.
Gets past the effort. Probably will find its way into those ropes.
Good play of spin here is Hayden Walsh. As I mentioned, you have those reverse sweep, those dinks, and the conventional sweep. Uses his feet well. But really well played. Good eyes. Even though he's not wearing his glasses there, Joe. Chipping to the boundary.
Pass needed. I've seen it like this. Run a ball 30 for him. Very important innings as well. One left in the over. Just come back spell with Salmon. You do expect he will bowl quite a few on the trot. Dot ball to close. 238 for 6. Things a lot closer to even Stevens here after 33 overs. This is the acceleration of the Scorpions, and I don't want to say the decline of the Hurricanes because it's not that. They just operated at quite a steady pace in terms of the run rate throughout this innings. Say good night once again to Stacey Ann. I've got 1 or maybe 2 questions for you in this state. Stacey, don't worry, not Cape or CXC questions, very easy ones. My first question is, if this game is to go the distance down to 50 overs, can Jamaica restrict the Hurricanes? If it goes the full length, can they?
Well, they'll definitely need wickets. And those haven't been coming at a rapid pace. For runs required 114, balls 101. I think with this partnership of 62 from 56 between this pair, if they're able to just get into double figures, it becomes a much easier chase for them.
It's 1 bounce to the fielder.
Yeah, we haven't seen any wickets just yet from their main wicket taker, Minley. Some of the others have been expensive. You just also wonder, the point was made that it's only 5 bowlers been used by Jamaica throughout the tournament. Just one time they've used 6. Also saw Mackenzie, who was bowled and picked up 2 wickets. So you just wonder if possibly John Campbell might be thinking Salmon has been a bit expensive. Maybe you can give him just a few overs to see if things can change around. Put the pressure on.
This is what they needed. This is what they searched for. And they've got it from their leading wicket taker. The man, Double M Minley, has finally gotten the big breakthrough.
Well, you can't keep him out of the game, Minley. He's the strike bowler. He's been the strike bowler for Jamaican Scorpions. And he's now gotten the big wicket. He's now broken that partnership of 63. Which seemed to have been getting into what could have been a possible win for Leeward Island Hurricanes. Hamilton goes for a well-played 58. It's 240 for 7.
So interesting, Stacey, that my next question for you would have been, how can they pick up wickets? Answer that question. It's a hard night to be a Bale, I tell you that. 1 down, 2 down now. We might run out of Bales before we finish this match. Tonight is not the night to be a Bale. Tonight, though, might be the night to be a Scorpion if they can pick up 3 more. Or can it be Louis and Walsh to get them even closer, if not over the line? Need another partnership, and Jeremiah Louis now is at the crease. A best of 34, they'll take that, plus just a few, because they need 113 runs. This is what I mentioned in terms of they've always kept up with the run rate. The wickets have just been falling too quickly for them. Because of that, I just wonder if they might find themselves short at the end. Minley, he's done the damage. He's picked up the wicket. Maybe this just adds a bit more energy to the Scorpions.
Yeah, much straighter line from Minley this time around. Just using the turf, using the pitch. Gets the better of Hamilton. Might see a few more deliveries lined at the stumps. Force the batter to play at those deliveries. Have to change things up just a little bit because it's the left-handed Aiden Walsh Jr. on strike.
He is up to the task. He does it again. This is why they celebrate him. This is why he is top of their wickets chart. When they need a man, they call Minley.
One wicket has now brought 2 in this over for Minley. He's pumped. Now this has been excellent bowling from him, attacking the stumps. Much straighter line bowling into the left-hander. Did seem to have come off the toes of the bat of Aiden Walsh Jr. and onto the stumps. Unlucky for him, but Minley, he's doing exactly what his skipper and his country needs. It's now dismissed. The 2 well-placed batters. Walsh Jr. goes for 31. It's 241 for 8.
They look set. You know, things looking bleak. Durham, the new batter, to the crease. Catch that one slide. I was going to ask you, Stacey, how did they pick up wickets? They go to Marquino Mendy. 241 for 8.
Yeah, absolutely no complaints. He's picked up 2 wickets in that over for just 3 runs. They're all smiles. Lost those 2 wickets for 28 runs. Last thing they lost.
Always knew it was going to be a tough task. Thanks to Marquino Minley and thanks to the big toe of Hayden Wall, closer to being in the final. 2 years ago they won it. 1 year ago they were nowhere near the conversation. And here they are on the doorstep. Say a rags to riches story, but no, they started with riches because they were at the top. They lost it all. They gave away all their money, Stacey. They went to rags and changed clothes again, and I don't want to call it because the match is not over, but they could be on the doorstep of riches again. Think back to an interview with Blackwood. What Blackwood said about this team and how hungry they are for it, how much the youngsters in the side want to do something for this franchise, and the fact that he would give his life for this very franchise. What a moment it would be for them. What a moment would it be to look back on the stories that they've been able to piece together. No centuries last season, no 2 this year, no wins last season, no many here. Might have something to sing about tonight because these boys sing a lot, Stacey.
I reckon they dance a lot as well. So Royal with a few of his. They've really done well. Lost the first match, as mentioned previously by a number of our fellow commentators, to Barbados. Here they are. 1-4 in a row. Jamaica Scorpions to get themselves in this position.
245 for 8.
Last wicket out, we just keep on roll. Okay, where are we going?
Hurricanes, they are above those wickets. Big concern area for them.
Looking at things still ahead, the Hurricanes in terms of runs, and this is where I double down and emphasize how special the anchor role that Javel Gann played because of how deep he was able to take the innings. Edge and taken, number 3. 1, 2, 3, thrice as nice for Minley. And they're 1 wicket, 1 step away from the final.
And again, the celebrations, again, just look at what it means to this Jamaican team to have their strike bowler throughout the tournament come to the party. He's been wicketless in the first phase, and he's come and picked up 3 important wickets. It's an excellent catch as well. Doram goes for 2. It's 2, 4, 5 for 9.
If you're looking for Minley, you can find him in this spell. 3 quick wickets. He's just turned this game more in favor of his side. And they're on the cusp of a victory here, the Scorpions. 3 wickets off his last 5 deliveries. Such an X-factor player in this Scorpion side, and he goes again.
Excellent spell.
This is me 1 day into playing Call of Duty Mobile. This is me 3 days into playing Call of Duty Mobile. This is me 1 week into playing Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, but an excellent grab behind the stumps.
Yeah, 2 lefties from round the wicket. Then he had Jamaica Milton. He was bold. Again, the investment in just 5 bowlers paying dividends for John Campbell. He's well aware of his bowlers. And that's the victory. A 4-4 for Minley. The Scorpions with the venom to get rid of the Hurricanes. They pitch forward themselves into another final and with a chance to secure a 9th title in Super 50. A comprehensive victory. After they slid a bit with the bat, they've roared back and showed great resolve as a team. What a win from the Scorpions by 107 runs tonight.
Throughout the tournament, their bowling has done much better than their batting. They've picked up bonus points over the tournament. In the bowling area, they've picked up 16, whilst in the batting, they've picked up 7. This just shows why they've been so successful in this year's tournament. Minley strikes, he picks up 4 for 46, just a bit expensive, but nonetheless, wickets and a victory.
5th consecutive win in a row for the Jamaica Scorpions. Lost the first match of the tournament and has remained undefeated. Of course, a couple of abandoned matches along the way. But it's a team that has shown that they can bounce back from a disappointing season. Of course, they finished last in 2023, and now they find themselves in a final. 2 seasons ago, they lifted the title. Maybe they can do a repeat. This is what the Hurricanes produce with the bat. You got to give them credit because they stuck themselves in this chase. They kept up with the required rate.
but they lost wickets along the way. Just 2 half centuries in that batting lineup. No one going on to 3 figures. And they just couldn't find the strength to get the target tonight.
Wickets wise, Minley stands out with a 4 for 46 on 8.4 overs. Royal was pretty good as well with 2 for 37 from his 8, and Brian picked up 1. Barnes on the other hand with his spin and picked up 2 for 8. 35.4 overs.
And keep your eyes on Mindley. 4 wickets off his last 8 balls. He finished with 4 for 46. 2 wickets to Royal, 2 to Barnes. And they shut the Hurricanes out to 245 in this second semi-final. Jamaica going on to win by 107 runs, and they qualify for the final. This was the winning moment, and the celebration started. What a win. High value entertainment in semi-final 2 of the CG United Super 50 Cup 2024. It's the Hurricanes that failed to go through to that final. The Scorpions proving to be the better team on the night. The game swayed in different directions. And in the end, Jamaica going on to win by 107 runs. Of course, the CG United moment of the match most definitely coming when Jabel Glenn got to that landmark of 3 figures, his maiden list day century, and the emotions that came with it. So special to watch. Proud moment for him, his teammates, and the Scorpions. And you'll remember it for a long time. So as we continue this broadcast, we'll move straight over to Joel Manning, who's got the presentation for us.
Welcome everyone to the end of match presentation for semi-final number 2 in the CG United Super 50 Cup 2024. We would like to thank the official sponsors of the series who've made this possible. CG United title sponsor, Dafabet, Blue Waters, Macron and Visit Trinidad. And now it's time to present you with the player of the match. For his knock of 73 from 42 and 2 for 37 tonight, the player of the match is Javora Royal. Tonight his check is presented by Darryl Walwyn, Application Support Specialist, CG United. Javora, first of all, talk to me about that knock from you. What were the intentions? Obviously you went to the crease at a very difficult time. Talk to me what's going through your head and your performance tonight.
First, I want to thank God. I mean, the team was under a bit of pressure. Right? I just go out and be myself. We lost 6 wickets for 20-something runs, so I just go out and try counter-attack, and it paid off.
Where does this knock tonight rank for you in terms of the innings that you've played across your lifetime?
This is the best one. This is the best one. It's a winning knock, and the team going to the final, so I think this is the best one.
You had a very good partnership as well with Javel Glenn. Just talk to me, about what you guys were talking about while at the crease out there.
Really and truly, I think Javel Glenn played a massive innings. He taught me through the innings. He cooled me down whenever to cool down, when to take the strike. I think he played well. I think hats off to him. I think he played a massive innings.
And then finally, now talking about those 2 wickets that you picked up there. Obviously, you've been used at the top very often for Jamaica, and today again you picked up one at the top. Talk about your wickets today.
Why? I like bowling in the power play. I think that's my strength, and I enjoy doing it. Why? Players come hard in the power play, and it gives me opportunity to take wickets. So I think I enjoy bowling in the power. I love it.
I actually have one more question for you. How do you feel about being in the final?
Really excited. I would like this one. It will be my second one, so it will be very good.
Well, Javor, it's been a pleasure watching your performances tonight. All the best in that final on Saturday.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's time now to have a chat with Rakeem Cornwall of the Leeward Island Hurricanes. Rakeem, obviously it's a hard conversation to have here now. When you look at 352 runs on the board, what were your thoughts at that stage?
No, basically we had the game in the bag and then we lose it in the field. After having a team 137 for 7, then we let them go. It's always hard to play catch up in the back end.
Yeah, and when you think about the fact you had to play catch up, let's take you now to the bat. At almost every stage of the innings, you guys were ahead on runs but behind on wickets. Did you think that maybe you could have still been able to get over the line?
Yeah, we lose wickets at crucial times in the game. Every time we look like we have a good partnership, we lose wicket, and then in the end we lose wicket in clusters. And the 2 set batters going 1 over, so we always been in the 8 ball once that happens. It's hard to get 7 consistently right through the whole game, and as I said, we lose the game in the field. We drop 7 catches, and we only can't blame ourselves for that.
Yeah, when you look at it, you've had a good time with the ball. You had some innings with the bat. Last time we'll have a chat with you, Rakeem. How do you sum up the tournament overall for you as skipper and a player for the Hurricanes?
I think I have an okay tournament, but basically it's for me just to get the team over the line. Basically I'm a team man and I just want the team to do well, and we didn't really go one step further this year and we get knocked out, so we have to go back now and start to prepare for the 4-day championship.
Well, Rakeem, it's been a pleasure watching your guys in this tournament, and yeah, have a safe flight home.
Thank you.
It's time now to talk to the winning captain. He's here with us for one more. It is John Campbell. John, the emotions of being in a final on the back of knowing that you guys didn't win a game last season. Talk me through it.
I mean, all the boys, including myself, were related. I think we've been playing really good cricket, and hence the result that we've been having.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about one person in particular, Javel Glenn. What was it like to watch that young man bat out there today?
Not only Javel Glenn, but Royal, both of their innings were very special. I haven't witnessed anything like this before, so I mean, hats off to both of them. They played really well. We lost a bunch of wickets there after having a good start, but they came and did a really good job.
I mean, you lost those wickets in clusters after you guys were set, especially yourself at the top there along with Kurt McKenzie. Do you think that maybe it might have been all over for you guys?
Not necessarily. The boys have been batting really well, and they're a confident bunch, man. We're a confident bunch, so we know that we bat very deep as well, and tonight we showed that.
Yeah, take me now to the bowling performance. You were kind of placed under the pump, especially at the top by Kofi James. Overall, how do you sum up the bowling efforts from your boys?
It was a pretty good effort. I mean, we all know that it's easier to bat here in the night with the dew factor and whatnot. Ball sliding on a little bit easier on the bat, so they had no choice but to come out and come hard. Hats off to our bowlers again for sticking through when they came out and basically jumped us, but we stuck to the task and kept it very simple.
Final question for you. I know that your boys enjoy singing. Is there a particular song you boys will be singing going home with the bus tonight?
No, we'll be singing a lot of songs.
John, congrats, and see you here on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
End of the road for the Hurricanes, the Jamaica Scorpions. They journey on into the final. And this is what the final will look like. Barbados Pride already in there from a victory in that first semi-final. And tonight, the Scorpions, they confirm their spot. So we hope that you'll be able to join us for that all-important final, which will be on Saturday. We hope you join us for our broadcast, which will start at 12:45 p.m. And it's that time of the night to say goodnight. Thank you so much for your company, and we look forward to seeing you in the all-important final. Highlights of the second semi-final between the Scorpions and the Hurricanes. The Scorpions sent in to bat. They lost an early wicket in that of Carlos Brown, but then a partnership ensued. One between the captain Campbell and McKenzie. It produced 114 to lay a good platform in this batting effort. Campbell was dismissed, and then a slide happened, as significant as 6 wickets falling for just 12 runs. Was the bowling combination of Cornwall and Hayden Walsh Jr. doing the damage, and you felt at one stage the Scorpions will be shut out for a sub-200 score. Cornwall so destructive with his 4 wickets, and Hayden Walsh Jr. backed it up with 3 before the Royal Glen partnership that started to bring hope to the Scorpions. And that was a moment where Javel Glenn secured his maiden list century. He continued to motor on and eventually closed the innings on 352. The run chase started horribly wrong for the Hurricanes. Henry was run out, and then wickets stumbled in quick time. Javel Royal with 2 wickets in that first power play before Kofi James showed his worth, continuing to motor on, keeping his team ahead of the required rate. He lost Joel Andrew along the way, and then James himself departed. Rakeem Cornwall tried his best with a couple lusty blows. He fell quite cheaply thereafter. And Jamar Hamilton was the other batter in this Hurricanes team that brought up a half century. before the Mindley show. 4 wickets in just 8 balls. And he decimated the lower order of this Hurricanes batting lineup. The last wicket to fall, and the Scorpions securing a spot in the final and going on to win by 107 runs against the Hurricanes. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night.
What?